Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Kay. Thank you so much for being here. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you some of the things that I have been doing to help me navigate all the craziness that has been going on with this pandemic. It has been 2.5 years and it's still crazy. Things are not back to normal. The cases are up, then they're down, then they're up again. And it's just really been a roller coaster of emotions. You think that you're going to be able to hang out with your friends or gather with your family, and then the numbers rise and everybody goes back into hiding. I think right now a lot of people are just sick of it. A lot of people are just getting on with their lives and getting back to normal. And there are some of us that are still being or erring on the side of caution just because we don't want to put ourselves or our family in any type of danger, and we want to keep ourselves healthy and safe. I can completely understand that. However, the flip side of not being able to hang out with your family or your friends is that depression can set in, anxiety can set in when it is time to actually go out. Some of us may experience that social anxiety, something that we've never had to deal with. I really am just tired of being isolated and having to wear a mask. I haven't been able to really hang out. I have some cousins that I love so much. They're like my sisters, my brothers, and I haven't really been able to go and kind of hang out with them. My friends, Kana and KJ, I love you guys. I haven't been able to hang out with them like I really want to. Slowly but surely, I think that we're navigating things and going back to normal, or trying to get back to normal. However normal is, I don't think that we will ever be able to go back to normal. But for me, I have found ways to deal with it so that when cases rise and we have to go back into isolation, or we're not quite ready to go out yet, I have kind of figured it out. I also figured out that I don't mind being alone with myself, alone with my thoughts, and just hanging out with me. Although sometimes, most of the times, I miss my friends and I want to hang out with them. I want to hang out with my family members. You have to be okay with being alone. And I arrived at that point unintentionally, of course, because of the pandemic. But anyway, I hope that you are able to take something away from this video. I hope that you are taking care of your mental. I hope that you're taking care of your physical. And I hope that this pandemic ends soon so that we all can get back to whatever normal means to us. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you on the other side of this video.
Getting outside and going for long walks has been a game changer for me. It is something that I have incorporated into my life and something that I will continue to do. I will make time for, even when things get back to normal, whatever normal is. Getting out and going for a long walk gives me an opportunity to clear my head, gives me an opportunity to enjoy the sunshine, get some vitamin D, and just go mindless for a couple of minutes. It is absolutely a game changer and something that I will continue to do. I love to read. I did not always have the time to commit to doing so. Before the pandemic, I resorted to listening to Audible books on my commute to work. But now that the pandemic has changed all of that, I have read tons of books since that time, and I enjoy my reading time. Sometimes, like now, on a Saturday morning, I grab my book and I sit on the couch and I will read for a couple of hours. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 books that I'm reading all at one time. Sometimes the books are more serious. Sometimes there are those books that you can get lost in. But I absolutely recommend grabbing a good book and curling up on the couch. This has been a game changer for me as well, and I am enjoying every moment of it.
I'm going to pop right in right quick because as you can see from the video, I enjoy reading, and I wanted to share 3 books that I have read during the pandemic, and I absolutely love. The first one is The Alchemist, and people started talking about this book I found on Twitter. Somebody dropped a tweet that says, name a book that changed your life, and a lot of people responded with The Alchemist, and I was intrigued. So going through and reading the description of the book did not do it justice. I picked this book up, and it is filled with life lessons and little gems and nuggets for anybody. I believe like really any age, 13 and older should read this book. If you haven't read this, you really should check it out. And if you have read it, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this book. The other book that I picked up was Big Little Lies. I actually saw the series before I actually picked up the book. It's with Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, and I believe Zoe Kravitz. They have a series, I believe it's on HBO. I saw the series, it ended abruptly. It went for 3 seasons, I believe, and they did not bring it back, which I thought was a huge mistake because it was really good. Book is The War of Art, and it's the break through the blocks and when you're in a creative battles. This book is so good. Like, I have highlights and I have tabs in this book because there's so much great informational things in here to help you, especially like if you're trying to break through that creative side, or if you're an influencer, or if you are like me. At one time I was a professional procrastinator. This kind of helps you plan that out, write it out, and get yourself going. So I have this book that's on the serious side. The Alchemist is, I think it's both entertaining and filled with a lot of things that you can use. And then this one is one of those things that you could actually go mindless, dive into it. It is that good.
I am a big kid at heart. I refuse to grow up. I love my Nintendo Switch. I absolutely love this little game. It's called Animal Crossing, and you basically have your own island and you get to decorate it and you get to build it the way that you want. You have little villagers that you are responsible for taking care of, and you have this island that you're taking care of. And this is a really, really cool way to just go mindless. You don't have to think about anything. You just focus on your island and creating and making it look beautiful, customizing it the way that you want to. This game is so cute and it is really cool. I enjoy playing it. Even with my kids, I can invite my kids to my island and we run around and we go fishing and they hang out at my house. It is such a cool little game, and this has been really, really helpful during the pandemic. So if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, it was in high demand during the pandemic and it was really hard to get your hands on one of these. But if you can get your hands on one of these, I highly recommend it. Play it a couple times a week when you had a long day, you've had a stressful day, and you just need a mental break. This is definitely the way to do that. I love this game as well as playing Tetris. I think everybody remembers playing Tetris. This is still one of my favorite games. They took the old version of Tetris from Game Boy and they basically just gave it a huge upgrade. I absolutely love playing this. Sometimes I play against my kids, sometimes I play against the computer, and sometimes I play just to challenge myself. This is something else that I do when I just want to, give myself a mental break, or I just need something else to occupy my mind. I absolutely love this game and I play it quite often. Sometimes it could be a little bit stressful, but for the most part, I enjoy playing it.
Okay, and I'm popping back in, guys, to share with you this little friend of mine, and anything with the word Nintendo in it, I'm all over it. I'm an 80s baby, 90 raised me, so anything with Super Mario or Tetris, I am so down with that, and this helps me go mindless. If I had a rough day or a long day, at the end of the day, I don't care what day of the week it is, I will turn this on and I will head to my little village inside Animal Crossing, or I will battle it out with Tetris, or I will jump in and play Mario Kart. It doesn't matter. This really does help you to go mindless. Of course, it is very pricey, but I really think it is absolutely worth it. If you are in the market for something that you can go mindless, something that you don't have to put a lot of thought into, you don't have to concentrate, this is the way to do that. So I just wanted to pop in to let you know this is absolutely worth it.
Something else that I picked up during the pandemic was becoming a plant lady, and I do not regret it. I absolutely love my plants. I have tons of them. I have plans adding more to my collections. A couple of plants that you're seeing right now, I actually got some clippings from Etsy, and they are now these beautiful bushes that you're looking at right now. They are healthy and thriving. I had an opportunity to do a little bit of research on which plants work best for my home, simply because some plants require more sunlight than others. But this was one of the best things that I've done. I absolutely love my plants. I wake up every morning to check on them, to see if there are new leaves coming in, to see how they've grown, to make sure that they are thriving and healthy. They are wonderful to look at, especially when they're growing long, full and healthy. I cannot wait to add more to my collection. So if you have not gotten any plants during this pandemic, I highly recommend them. Not only are they beautiful for your space, but they are a lot of fun to take care of.
Popping back in, guys, yes, I became a plant mom during the pandemic. I think it is one of the best things, another one of the best things that I've done during the pandemic. Wasn't a plant person. I tried to be. I ended up killing a lot of my plants. And then during the pandemic, I had more time to notice them, more time to dedicate to making sure that they were watered properly, making sure that they were getting a lot of sunlight. So I became a plant mom, and I'm absolutely not going to turn back. As a matter of fact, I want to add more plants to my collection. So if you haven't been into plants, it is really something that anybody can get into. I grew up around plants. My mom was an absolute plant lady. She still is. So you cannot go wrong with picking up a couple of plants, putting them around. They actually brighten up the room. They kind of make me happy. Not kind of, they do make me happy. So I love my plants. Each one of them have names that my kids have given them. So if you haven't picked up any plants, give it a try just to see if you have a green thumb.
You guys already know this is the one area that I absolutely love. I absolutely love working out. It is so good for the body. It is so good for your mind. It is so good for endorphins. Endorphins make you happy, and who does not want to be happy? Working out is my area. It's something that I've always done, something that I will always continue to do, and I will always strive to push myself to be better than I was the month before, getting stronger with every workout, checking out new workouts to see how far I can push my body. I love challenging myself, and this is my area. So if you guys aren't working out, if you're not into resistance training, I highly recommend it. It is so good for the mental. It is so good. It's a good way to relieve stress and anxiety.
yeah, guys, I really hope that this video has been helpful to you. I really hope that you can take something, anything away from this video. Most of all, I hope that you know from this video that you are not alone. We're all still trying to navigate this pandemic, and we're still all trying to adjust and figure out what the new normal is for us. So make sure that you're checking in on your friends, you're checking in on your family, and most of all, you're checking in with yourself, because we all want to get back to normal, but we all want to do it without going crazy. So again, I hope that this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye, guys.